HTC Live 24/7 presents The World This Week. Hello there, welcome to our special edition of News Bulletin The World This Week today on 29th September, Sunday 2024. Let's check out the global news now. The Lebanese group Hezbollah has confirmed the death of Hassan Nasrallah, its longtime leader, in an airstrike on the group's underground headquarters near the capital Beirut. Nasrallah, aged 64, was killed during a massive airstrike on the Iran-backed group's central headquarters in Beirut. Lebanon on last 27 September, Friday, the Israel Defense Forces said in a statement. Hezbollah confirmed Nasrallah's death, saying its longtime leader has joined his fellow martyrs. The strike also killed Ali Karki, the commander of Hezbollah's southern front, and other Hezbollah's leaders, the IDF said. The leaders were in command facility embedded under a residential building, the IDF said. An Israeli military official said real-time intelligence on an operational opportunity allowed them to carry out the strike. The afternoon strike was a part of a series of large explosions targeting the leaders of the militant group, which has been firing rockets and drones across Lebanon's southern border into Israel for nearly a year amid the war between Israel and Hamas. HTC Live 24/7 presents The World This Week. Torrential rain from Storm Helene has ravaged parts of North Carolina and Tennessee, the latest southeastern U.S. states to suffer in a disaster that has killed at least 63 people. In North Carolina, the mountain city of Asheville was largely cut off by flooding on Saturday. Many patrol stations are closed in North Carolina, with long queues of cars at those still open. And power cuts have hit at least 3 million customers across 5 states. The storm began as a hurricane, the most powerful on record, hit Florida's Big Bend and moved north into Georgia and the Carolinas after making landfall overnight on Thursday. Although Helene has weakened significantly, forecasters warn that high winds, flooding, and the threat of tornadoes could continue. The damage is estimated at between $95 billion and $110 billion. The Governor Cooper called it one of the worst storms in modern history to hit North Carolina. Asheville, home to about 94,000 people and a popular tourism and arts hub, was swamped and eerily quiet on Saturday. HTC Live 24/7 presents The World This Week. HTC Live 24/7 presents The World This Week. Year 2020, COVID pandemic and the trauma. Who can forget? But it's already 2 years gone. People across the world are still found wearing masks and following the COVID protocols to some extent. It is also hard that the post-COVID session needs to be taken care of with better lifestyle, healthcare, etc. When rumors heard elsewhere with regard to COVID vaccine, eminent doctor of India, Professor Dr. Pradeep Bhaumik, has categorically turns it down every time he faces such questions. It is to be mentioned here that a coronavirus disease 2019, that is COVID-19, the viral illness caused by the novel coronavirus, that SARS-CoV-2, has resulted in significant morbidity and mortality worldwide. And since the evolution of the COVID-19 pandemic, significant progress has led to a better understanding of this viral illness and resulted in the development of novel therapies and vaccines that have changed the course of this highly transmissible viral illness. A substantial proportion of patients who recover from SARS-CoV-2 induced viral illness often report various clinical symptoms of physical, psychological, and cognitive natures, despite biochemical evidence indicating the cessation of replication of SARS-CoV-2. Let's better pay it to Professor Dr. Pradeep Bhaumik propose.
Doctor, what are the health hazards after COVID-19, according to you?
You see, COVID-19 has changed the world a lot, and during this 2 years of COVID-19 period, the new world has emerged in many ways. Say, in one way, technology is a big issue. See, if I think about even of health, the many things has come in the health scenario. Like, say today, if I want to know something about, say, ECG, simple ECG test, and I'm not very sure what the ECG is, I can send this ECG to thousands of the people across the globe and they can give opinion on it. Similarly, say somebody has got a CT scan and he wants to know about it, what is the diagnosis, he can do it. And at the same time, this is about the investigation. There are many investigations now which are being done at one center, and other center can analyze that particular investigation. So there is a technological breakthrough after the COVID. And definitely before the COVID, this was there to some extent. But as COVID has forced us rather to have an investigation at a distant place, there's something like teleradiology or telesystem, and another place we are studying that particular investigation or test. So that is one technology. Second, if a patient is somewhere else, even we know sometimes I cannot see a patient due to some or other reason, or a patient is there in the hospital and my postgraduate doctors or my resident doctors are seeing the patient, and I'm here sitting over here, and he can show me even through a video, and I can see it, what is exactly happening to the patient. Or a patient, say if somebody has got a problem, say he has fallen down, after that he has got some episode like say convulsion, seizure, like that. Now if somebody records it, because now in every hand we have got a very good Android mobile, and that they can record it there only, and he can show me later on, and then I can, by seeing that particular photograph or videography, I can say what is happening. This is the way, this is the diagnostic sector. Regarding treatment, that is very important, because whenever somebody is having some problem, say I do have some problem where I am not very sure, to be very frank, say I am not very sure whether say patient is already taking 5 drugs. I am not sure when I am adding a 6th drug or 7th drug for his treatment, I am not very sure whether there is an interaction between these 2 drugs. So immediately I can go to the Google and I can know what are the side effects or interaction between the drugs. There are many good sites that I do understand. There are many bad sites or not very authentic sites. The information given by these sites are not very correct. But there are very good sites also which helps us. So another site we do use that now the Metcal. So I want to know the BMI or body mass index. The very simple test, but I have to calculate. Earlier days we used to calculate it, how to what is the BMI, because that is important every day. Day in and day out to know what is your BMI, so that I can calculate the treatment or I can guess what disease particular person can have. Now it is very easy. Just put it and you give the data and you know what is the status. I want to know the patient condition of the patient's liver. I can do just put 3-4 data and I can have the data. Result of it. So that is the diagnostic sector is helping. Similarly, treatment sector. Say another issue is that we are not having that particular treatment facility in our place or in our hospital. I can, within many years, I can come to know what are the hospitals providing this particular treatment at a low cost. So my patient is a poor patient. I want to give him the service. Now there are many sites which are giving even donating the money for the patient care or patient benefit. So there are many issues has changed a lot. These are some small issues which are beneficial to the patient. But apart from then, the scientific research which has changed a lot. The earlier days, we used to, collect the data from the various PubMed or other things for research and other things. Now it is available just on a finger touch. So that's why the COVID definitely has caused or kept us stopped for almost 2 years. It was something like in a closed door we were there for 2 years, but after that when it is opened, the new era, new world or post-COVID world has changed that, and now we are trying to recover what we have lost in 2 years. So definitely COVID, we don't say it was good, not at all, but after COVID, we are trying to come out of that setback. And definitely another issue is that we are trying to come out whether this similar sort of any pandemic or epidemic doesn't occur across the globe, across the country or across the state. So that way there is, many new changes after the COVID.
So we need to survive from COVID and maybe being panicked or being aware of the fact of the COVID, there's a devastation. Most of us took the vaccine. And in the present scenario, present situation, there's a rumor about the side effect of COVID vaccine. What's your opinion about it?
Exactly. It's a very important or very pertaining question at this particular time. You see, a lot of people has taken the vaccine. Now, if we ask someone, how many of them has developed some or other complication? So, because science goes by data. It is not one single incident, is not a evidence. What are the percentage of occurrence of some particular side effect? It was very minimal or even much nearer the point, 1% or much less than this. So that should not be considered as one of the important side effect. Yes, the manufacturer has said that this particular side effect can occur, but it doesn't mean it occurs with everyone. This can occur with anything. There are many other vaccines which has caused a lot of devastation also. So it doesn't mean COVID all of a sudden, because you see the COVID vaccine was prepared in a record time. Before that, no vaccine has emerged within the shortest possible time which has emerged this time with the COVID. Question may come whether this COVID vaccine was highly effective, 100% effective, 95% effective, 90% effective. Even the best possible manufacturer said it is up to 60% effective. But with the 60%, probably we could reduce the burden of the disease across the globe. So that way it is good. And side effect, I don't think it is a much, bigger one. Yes, at least published data are not much. One information given by a particular manufacturer is not the whole thing. We have to have some amount or good amount of published data, published in good journal, and it is not there at all. So that way, I don't consider that we should be very much panic about the side effect of COVID vaccine. At least still not. It is already over by more than 2 years. The amount of side effects recorded or published in good journals are very, very less. So we should not be panic about it.
Dear viewers, that's all for the time being in this The World This Week, today on 29 September 2024 segment. And thank you all for being with me. And keep watching AGT Live 24/7 on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter. Wish you a great weekend. Signing off. Bye for now.
AGT Live 24/7 presents The World This Week. America to Agartala. Global news platform. Global politics, diplomacy, economy, education, health, culture, sports, international affairs, global turbulence, news from space, curiosity on aliens, UFO, etc., war and the war effects on global economy, Sensex, share market, global tourism, global technology, artificial intelligence, and next. You are watching AGT Live 24/7 on YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, Twitter, etc. Fashion, fair, future, and lot more. The World This Week.